I'm making a sous vide chicken sauce piquante. First step I'm doing here is putting some homemade master stock in my pan, straight out of my freezer. It was partially defrosted. That's got some chicken and some smoked pork flavors in it, and some vegetables. Adding a little bit of hot water to it because it's going to cook down. Let's see, next thing I'm going to do, I believe, is put some sausage in there. I think I'm cutting the sausage right there. That's smoked pork sausage, some good quality smoked pork sausage. It's not artificial smoke, that's real smoke sausage. There we go, put that in there. Let that cook because that's going to import that smoke flavor into the sauce. The sauce already has some smoke flavor. This is going to fortify that flavor. And next, some tomato. I had some kind of crushed tomatoes that I had made in my blender. I don't remember what recipe that was from, but there's some tomatoes, so I put that in there. Part of the sauce of your sauce piquante. Tomato is essential for making a sauce piquante. You don't want to put too much tomato. It's just it calls for a bit of tomato, gets a nice red color to it, a little bit of flavor. Stir that up. So the main goal of this was to cook down that sausage in this sauce and just let the flavor from the sausage impart the flavor to it. The chicken that I'm going to use is already cooked. That's why, sous vide sauce piquante. The chicken's cooked sous vide. It's just going to be added later. And you see, I'm just going to season this a little bit of pepper. Don't know if I put salt here, if I put salt at the end, but I definitely had salt in there at some point. Yeah, there's some red pepper. So red pepper, black pepper, those are classic for Cajun cooking. Put those in there. Just, onion was the other thing I had to put in there. So here's some oil. Oil into my pan. Looks like I was using avocado oil. I have the sauce still simmering in the background there. Yep, there's my chopped onion. It's another essential. Anytime you're making a gravy of Cajun cooking, serving that over rice, you put some onion in there. Cook that down. I could have put some bell pepper, but I don't know if I ever put bell pepper in my sauce piquante. But onion is essential. Just saute that. I'm gonna add the sauteed onion to the sauce there. You could do you could sweat the onion first if you wanted to, but I had multiple burners, so why not do it this way? I have a pot of rice in the background there too. This was before I bought my rice cooker. Alright, so the onion's in there. I think the only thing it's missing after it cooks a little bit more is going to be the chicken, and here we go. So this is a chicken breast I'm pulling out of the bag that I cooked sous vide, and the goal is just to get a little bit of color on the chicken, and here you see me pouring the juices from the chicken juices into my sauce because don't waste that. That's good flavor in there, so I added that to my sauce. I'm just going to go ahead and get some color. You see me flip. There's some nice color on that chicken. I just want to get it browned a little bit. I don't want to overcook it because the chicken was already cooked in the bag in the sous vide. There, I'm taking it out. Okay, here you see me adding some cornstarch slurry or a what's the other thing that I use sometimes? You could use flour. I think I usually use cornstarch though. And I'm just going to thicken this gravy a bit. So adding that, stirring it, letting it cook down. It's going to thicken up nicely. So then the last step of this was to add the chicken. So I cut the chicken into pieces, into manageable pieces. I cut the heat off, I believe. I didn't want to cook the chicken anymore. The chicken's fully cooked. I don't want to overcook it and make it tough. So I cut the heat off and I just cut my chicken into chunks there, and I added that to the sauce and stirred it together, and that was it. And looks like yep, put that over some rice, and there you go, sous vide chicken sauce piquante. Sausage and chicken with tasty gravy over rice. Highly recommend.